Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to the new season as Real Madrid take on Osasuna on match day 1 of La Liga for the 25-26 season. Lots to expect this season. There's gonna be a lot of highs, a lot of lows. The roller coaster of emotions will be back, but we're here for it, right? We are here for it. And look, last season was a very disappointing, upsetting, frustrating, whatever negative words you wanna come up with. It really wasn't a good season at all. But we're gonna look ahead. We're gonna look at what we need to get right, what we need to do to get things going again. New manager, new players coming in, new systems, new style of play, and most importantly, what I hope is new is the players that were already here have a new mindset, have a new, work rate, have a new desire. Like, yes, some players who are in this squad, in this team, might have already won La Ligas and Champions Leagues, but that hunger, that desire to do well under this new manager and to continue to do well is something that we haven't had in a while. You win something for a season and then you drop off. Like, we need success, and I believe that this could kickstart a new reign of success. Now, I'm not saying that it will happen. I obviously hope that it will happen because I'm a Real Madrid fan, but I'm not saying that it will happen because we don't know what the final product of, this Xabi Alonso's system, style of play, and his team. We don't know what the final product is. But what we do know is that Xabi Alonso comes in and he made a mistake in the Club World Cup by starting three attackers that were, pretty much, I'm not going to say useless because that sounds very terrible, but they just didn't do what they had to do in terms of not just scoring or assisting, but the pressing, coming back to defend, the tracking back, things like that, the simple basic stuff that people might think is not important for a striker, but it is. Now, it's a bit funny I say that because the front line I have gone for is a front three, because I believe that these players, especially the attacking players, right? Specifically the attacking players, if they don't perform straight away, if they don't do what the manager says, I don't care if you're Mbappe, I don't care if you're Vinny Jr., I don't care if you're Rodrigo, I don't care if you're Brahim Diaz, I don't care if you're Gonzalo Garcia. No player should be disobeying the manager's instructions. And Xabi Alonso would have said, look, it's been a terrible season. The Club World Cup gave me an idea of what the problem is, and it starts from the attack. Whatever defensive issues this team is going through, it starts from the attack. And if this attack, I believe, right, if this attack doesn't click, with all three, you might not see this attack anymore, right? Rodrigo, he's been linked with Man City. If he stays up until this game, which he might not. If he's still here and he starts against Osasuna, if he doesn't play well, boom, he might be gone. Vinny Jr., right? He has had this sort of speculation that him and his agent won a high signing bonus or fee or something. If he has another terrible season, not by GA, okay? I think he had 41 goals and assists last season, which is a very good amount. I'm not saying Vinny Jr. is a bad player or had a terrible season, but he had a bad season not because of his stats, but because of the effort, because of the work rate. I'm not even going to talk about the, so-called quote, crying and whatever stuff that rival fans like to mock Vinny Jr. of. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm talking about the basics for the team. When you're playing for the team, you fight for the team, you work for the team, and it doesn't matter if you're an attacker, you're a midfielder, you're a defender, you work for the team. Okay? If Vinny Jr. doesn't show that, not only does he not get what he wants, he might be gone. Like, look, Vinny Jr. leaving has never really been a concrete possibility. I don't think it's ever been discussed. But if he goes into this season without doing what he needs to do for the team, and the team flops again, he is gone. So, what am I saying in terms of that? These players have to wake up. There is going to be an idea now in the dressing room, in the locker room, in the club, that I don't care who you are, you either listen to my instructions, go out there, play, work hard, work for your team most importantly, or you're gone. You may be gone this summer, you may be gone in the summer, next summer, right? Doesn't matter. But assuming, and that's assumptions, right? Assuming that the attack has changed, which it might not have done. It might have done, it might not have done, who knows? But if it has changed, great. If it hasn't changed, one of, if not two of the three attackers are not going to play for most of the games. And they might complain about it, and I don't think it will be Mbappe. I think Rodrigo will be the first to be, quote, sacrificed, and then it will be Vinny Jr. So, I don't believe Mbappe, I think Mbappe's stats alone makes him superior to Vinny Jr. And we definitely have to start one of them, which is why Mbappe will definitely be the main man. It's down to Vinny Jr. if he will be that accomplice with Mbappe, whether they will be the dynamic duo. For Rodrigo, he might stay, he might leave again. We don't know what the speculation and the rumors might turn out to. But for him, he needs to do the same. If he wants to stay, of course. And then, assuming that the attack has changed, I look at the rest of the team. Arda Güler looks good. Fede Valverde, he plays every single game, every single minute basically. The work rate is there. The passion's there. You know, he's basically going to be the new captain now. You know, when Carvajal doesn't play, he's the captain. You know, this is a man now who is ready to lead the team. He started taking the captaincy last season. You know, it was building him up. This season, Modric is gone. Carvajal is the main man, but it's unlikely he'll start most of the games. So, Fede Valverde has to take charge in the midfield. Tchouaméni, when he's at his best, in his best position, which is the CDM spot, he is one of the best CDMs in the world. And I'm not even exaggerating. That is facts. Arda Güler, I don't think he fits the profile that we actually need. He has never really been that type of player. But Real Madrid haven't invested in that spot, which is crazy. But we'll just use with what we have right now, which is Arda Güler. Hopefully he gets something done, something magical from him. And the back four, you know, a brand new back four basically, apart from Courtois of course, but you know, that's the back five, right? Alvaro Carreras coming in, he looks good. Again, it's too early to judge. Huijsen looks incredible, and we've seen him play many times already so far. And the one game he missed, we missed him dearly. Eder Militao looks a different player, but can he stay fit? That is the question. Trent's passing ability, you know, the fact that he overlaps, he makes those runs to try to help out Rodrigo or whoever's on the right hand side, was missed as well against PSG in the Club World Cup. So this new team that has been built, especially the defense, looks good. But I think it's the attack that is giving the question marks in terms of, you know, how will they help the defense? Because as much as they can score many goals, if they don't press, if they don't defend, if they don't track back, it leaves so much space in behind. You're going to concede every attack basically. Unless Thibaut Courtois does what Thibaut Courtois does best, which is bail Real Madrid out. But it can't happen every game. So, this is literally a wake-up call to Vinny Jr., to Mbappe as well, right? I'm not, you know, just pinning on Vinny Jr. I'm not, protecting Mbappe. It applies to all the attacking players who play in this team. Like I said, may that be Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Rodrigo, Brahim, Gonzalo Garcia, maybe Arda Güler, but it seems unlikely now that he will play in the attacking roles. Whoever it may be, or Endrick even, right? Whoever it may be in the attack, okay? Before you get the ball, when you don't have the ball, what you do, not walking, not standing there, doing nothing, you press, you defend, you track back, you run until you can't, right? No pun intended. You do that. You do that for the team, or you're not in the team. Okay? Because the defenders, the fullbacks, the center backs, what do? When there's an attacking chance, does the fullback not overlap? They do. They attack. Does the center back not come out for corners? They do. They come out to head the corner, right? What I'm saying is, the defense does assist the attack in attacking. Now the attack has to assist the defense in defending, and we haven't seen that at Real Madrid in a while, especially not last season. So we need to see that now. And as of now, we don't know what we're gonna see. So what I'm saying is, I'm being optimistic and hopeful that there's a change. It may happen, it may not happen, but who knows? That is for us to tell after this game, after we've seen Real Madrid play for the first time this season. Now, I don't really know what Osasuna have done in terms of their squad and what changes they have done. They have obviously brought in Victor Munoz from Real Madrid, and they've still got pretty much the same players there. I think Budimir is still there, Ruben Garcia, Catena, Sergio Herrera, Aymar Oroz. They've got this defender, Flavian Enzo Boyomo, Valentine Rosier, Juan Cruz, Moy Gomez. They've got good players overall. It's not the craziest of squads, and it's at the Bernabeu, so I'm expecting an electric start, hopefully. And unrealistically, I'm gonna say maybe Real Madrid to win this game, and I'm gonna say Real Madrid 3, Osasuna 1. I absolutely would take that as a start. Last season the start was terrible. It was really terrible, man. Like, what was it? Las Palmas draw. We drew another game as well away. I forgot who, but it was terrible last season, the start, especially the away games. The home games was decent, but the away games was terrible. We're starting at home, which is good, but the away games at the start, we need to handle it well. Real Madrid's first away games are going to be Real Oviedo, right? That should be winnable. Then Real Sociedad in September, Levante, Atletico Madrid, Getafe. It's gonna get tougher, progressively tougher, but we need to get a strong start in. And yeah, I'm optimistic. But let me know what thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know your predictions down in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the bell if you did. Subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.